Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to say thank you for coming to our presentation. On this occasion, we from Group 4 will discuss about the IMF or International Monetary Fund with four members, namely myself, Rain Salsabila, along with my colleagues are Rizal Prasetya, Rio Budi Nugroho, and Resti Yusfiani. Next. The presentation will be in 5 parts. The first one is about definition of International Monetary Fund, history of IMF, function of the IMF, purpose of the IMF, and the last one is role of the IMF. To save time, let's move to the first discussion, which will be explained by myself. Next. The first topic is about definition of IMF. Next. So, the International Monetary Fund, or IMF, is an international organization that was conceived on July 22, 1944, initially with 45 members, and emerged on December 1945, when 29 countries signed an agreement with the aim of stabilizing exchange rates are exciting in the reconstruction of the world's international payment system. The state contributes to the pool which can be borrowed from in the interim with country with payment imbalance. The IMF works to improve the economies of its member countries. The IMF describes itself as an organization of 187 countries as of July 2010, works on encourage cooperation of global monetary, financial stability secure, facilitate trade internationally, promote high employment, and grow in a sustainable economy and reducing poverty. The purpose of the organization state in the promote international economic cooperation, international trade, employment and exchange rate stability, including by making research available to member countries to meet equilibrium payment needs. In headquarters are in Washington, D.C. Next. So, it can be concluded that the International Monetary Fund, or IMF, is an international organization that is responsible for regulating the global financial system and providing loans to member countries to help balance problems in the balance sheets of each country. One of its mission is to help countries experiencing serious economic difficulties, and in return, this country are obligated to carry our cutting policy, or, for example, the prevention of state-owned enterprises. Next, history of the birth of the IMF. At the end of next. At the end of World War II, the economy tended to converge on one stronghold, the United States or US. Great Britannia has been in economic bankruptcy due recession since the late 19th century by losing its gold reserves. Western Europe was destroyed as a result of World War. Likewise in Japan. And no single country in the world is strong enough except for the United States. The United States became the sole economic power at that time with gold reserves reaching 65% of the world. He also become a leader in the World War II and won. The US or United States was also basically untouched and degraded into battlefield, except for the Hawaiian region, which was hit by a bomb by the Japanese. On the basis of this power map, the Bretton Woods Agreement is very thick with the nuances of the United States. role in regulating the world economic order. One of them in the role of the US dollar as the world's only means of payment. At the time, each currency was assigned a value based on the gold reserve of each country, then set the exchange rate, the currency against the United States dollar based on its parity value to the respective gold. The International Monetary Fund, or IMF, emerged as a result of the Bretton Woods negotiation after the Great Depression. What is the Great Depression? So, the Great Depression was the worst economic downturn in the history of the industrial world, lasting for 1029 to 1039. It began after the stock market crash on October 1929, which sent Wall Street into a panic, the wipe of millions of investors. So let's back to the topic that hit the world into the 1030s on July 22, 1944. As a result of the Great Depression, 44 countries met the Mount Washington Hotel, Bretton Woods City, New Hampshire, United States, to discuss the new international economic cooperation framework to build after World War II. This country believed that such a framework of cooperation was urgently needed to avoid a repeat of economic catastrophe that occurred during the Great Depression. This meeting gave birth of the Bretton Woods Agreement that built the IMF, or International Monetary Fund, and its sister organization, the International Bank of Reconstruction and Development, now better known as the World Bank. So the next topic will be explained by my colleague.
The third about function of the International Monetary Fund. Next, according to the International Monetary Fund itself, it works to promote global growth and economic stability by providing policy advice and financing members by working with developing countries to help them achieve macroeconomic stability and reduce poverty. The reason for this is that international private capital market function imperfectly and many countries have limited access to financial market. Next. The function of the International Monetary Fund include first, maintain exchange rate stability. The first important function of the International Monetary Fund is to maintain exchange rate stability and also prevent exchange rate fluctuation. This organization ensure this stability by making arrangements such as enforcing the declaration of nominal values of all member currencies in gold or US dollar, imposing devaluation criteria of to 10% or more with further information or by seeking permission from the respect International Monetary Fund, and prohibiting members to buy or sell gold at a price other than the predetermined nominal value. Second, eliminate BUV disequilibrium. The International Monetary Fund assists member countries in eliminating or minimizing short-term balance of payment balance, either by selling or lending foreign currency to members. The International Monetary Fund also assists its members to eliminate long-term imbalance in their balance of payment. if there is a fundamental change in the economies of its members, the International Monetary Fund can advise its members to change the face value of their currency. Third, determination of par value. The International Monetary Fund adopt a system of determining the par value of the currency of member countries. Each member country must declare the face value of this currency in gold or US dollar. Under the revised article, members are given the autonomy to change the exchange rate according to the condition of supply and demand on the exchange market and also to the level of internal price. The last, stabilizing the economy, the International Monetary Fund has an important function to advise member countries on various economic and monetary matters so as to help stabilize their economies. Uh, International Monetary Funds are also aimed at helping to the language of the international economy after the Great Depression and World War II. In addition, International Monetary Fund also provide capital to encourage economic growth and development projects such as infrastructure projects. The next material explained by Rio.
So, I will explain about the purpose of the International Monetary Fund. The purpose of the IMF are the following. First, to promote international monetary cooperation. Second, to facilitate the expansion and balanced growth of international trade. Contributed thereby to the promotion and maintenance of high level of employment and real income. Third, to promote exchange stability, maintain orderly exchange arrangement among member states, and avoid competitive currency depreciations. And then fourth, to assist in establishing a multilateral system of payments of current transaction among members and in eliminating foreign exchange restriction that hamper world trade. And then the last one, to elevate serious disequilibrium in the international balance of payments of member by making the research of the fund available under adequate safeguards so as to prevent the members from resorting to measures that endanger national or international prosperity. And second, and the second one to explain by Rizal.
Now I will explain about role of the International Monetary Fund. Next. First is economic surveillance and monitoring. IMF produces reports on member countries' economies and suggests areas of weakness or possible danger, like unbalanced economies with large current account deficit or excess debt level. The idea is to work on crisis prevention by highlighting areas of economic imbalance. A list of IMF reports on member countries are available at websites. Second is loans to countries with a financial crisis. First is the IMF has 3,000 300 billion of loanable funds. This come from member countries who deposit a certain amount on joining. In times of financial or economic crisis, the IMF may be willing to make available loans as part of a financial readjustment. Like the IMF has arranged more than $180 billion in bailout package since 1997. In 1976, the IMF gave a loan to the UK as the pound sterling was coming under pressure. The loan came with conditions to reduce the budget deficit and raise interest rates to defend the value of the pound. The third role is conditional loans or structural adjustment. When giving loans, the IMF usually insists on certain criteria being met. This can include policies to reduce inflation. And the last one is technical assistance and economic training. The IMF produced many reports and publications that you can see to learn how to face the globalization economic. They can also offer support for local economies. There is some programs that IMF have for the loans. First is Poverty Reduction and Growth Trust. Loans, these are low interest loans for low income countries to produce poverty and improve growth. The second is exogenous shocks facility loans. These are loans to low-income countries that provide lending for negative economic events that are outside the control of the government. This could include commodity price change, natural disasters, and wars. The third is standby arrangement loans. Countries with short-term balance of payment issues will apply for standby arrangement loans from the IMF. The next is extended fund facility loans. Countries with long-term balance of payment issues that require economic reforms will apply for extended fund facility loans. The next is supplemental reserve facility. This is provided to meet short-term financing on a large scale, like the loss of investor confidence during the Asian financial crisis that caused enormous outflows of money and led to massive IMF financing. The next is emergency assistance loans. These are designed to provide assistance to countries that have had a natural disaster or are emerging from war. Maybe that's enough from us. If you have some question, you can ask on Inos. Thank you for listening and watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.